Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be talking about how to install a drain plug light on your boat, how to wire it up, where everything's going to go, how it's going to go. I'll be doing it on my 2021 Tahoe 450 TF, so if you have a Tahoe series it should be right about the same. I'm going to show you guys how to wire it up and how everything goes in and what I had to do, and we're also going to go over my experience with the company that I bought it from. And like always, guys, so if you guys have any questions at the end of the video or anything like that, you can go ahead and drop a comment down below, or you can hit me up on any of the social medias, which will be down in the description below. Alright, so first things first, these boats come with this plastic drain plug that just quick clamps in, and all these drain plug lights they come with, they have to screw into a 1/2-inch NPT drain plug. So the company does sell an adapter for this, but we'll get into that later in the video when I talk about the company itself. So what I had to do was buy a different drain plug that is a 1/2-inch NPT. So all you're going to do is you're going to take the wires for this light, you're going to run them through, and then quite simply it's just going to sit like that. It's going to be screwed in. So this is the Quasar stainless steel 8K, so it's 8,000 lumens drain plug light. And so once you get everything ran into there, screwed in, so next step, you're going to come up here, you're going to have this cap that sits right here. You'll be able to take that off. It just screws off. You're going to go down in here. It's hard to see, but behind this little divider right here is where that wire is going to be pulling out, so that's going to be down in the bottom of the boat. And then all you're going to do is take that wire, run it over this little filler piece here, the center, and you're going to, once you get it over here, then on this back hatch here, this is going to be where the wires are. So the wires are going to come out right down there. Now the company I went with is boatpluglight.com. They have super bright lights and they are reasonably priced. But later on in the video we're going to talk about the customer experience with that company. So keep that in mind. So that's where I ordered it from. That's where that light came from. Now the light is super bright. So once you get the wires through like that, now we're going to, there's two different ways you can run it. You can either use a controller that's a wireless controller, which I did originally, and we'll talk about that later. And there's a switch. So right now I'm going to wire up a switch because the controller burned up. So instead of waiting for another one, I'm just gonna run a switch, and it's gonna be a lot safer that way, because when the controller burnt up, it almost caught the boat on fire, and I don't want to do that no more. So we're going with a switch this time. Alright, so basically all we're gonna do is just run this little rocker switch. It's got a little LED on it. So it's a 3-prong. I already have the wires wired up here. So you're going to put these little adapters on it. As you can see on this one right here, it's got the little bronze tab. So this one's bronze, these two are silver. So the bronze one here is going to be your ground wire. The center wire is going to be where you're running power from your battery to this wire. This wire is going to go to the ground on your battery, and this wire right here is going to power the LED. So this is what's going to go to the power on the light itself, and that's how you wire up one of these really simple switches. And then we're going to take this, wire it up in the boat, and then I'll show you how I do all that, and we're gonna get this thing working. Alright, so all I did is just go ahead, put masking tape on all the wires, labeling them on this side and on the other side. I just went ahead and ran it right through the gunnel there. Pulled it back in here, so I got the wires just rough ran right now. So what I went ahead and did was took the light wires, which are right here, so I went ahead and connected the positive to it, took the negative wire, ran that down to the battery, took the negative wire for the switch, ran that to the battery, went ahead and put in a inline fuse here with a 10 amp, which was recommended. And this is the positive wire that I ran from here to the switch, and then the switch ran back to the actual wires for the light itself, and then a negative wire. So there's two negative wires that are connecting here, the one positive that we put in a fuse to run that one. So I just went ahead and just roughed everything in like that, and mainly did that so that way I can go ahead and test this to make sure everything works properly. Now the only thing that you do want to do is whenever you do test this light out of water, get a bucket of water, put it in the water, so that way this will cool it off, because the light is not made to be ran dry like that, because it does conduct a lot of heat and you could burn it up if you just run it out of water like that. So you never want to use this light when it's out of water, so it always needs to be in water. So if you want to test it, put it in a bucket of water, test it, make sure it works, and then call it good. So the only thing left for me to do now is just to tidy up the wires that are down here, and then I'm going to find a place to put this switch. I'm not really sure where I want to put it yet. I think I might put it underneath the throttle or somewhere around there. I'm not sure yet, but that's pretty much it. It's all you have to do. Just literally, it's that simple. Just know which wires go to where, and then just hook them up. Alright guys, so now we're going to talk about the customer experience, and I will honestly say right here from the get, so you can stick around, listen to the story if you wish, but I'm just going to give it to you plain right now. So the company is boatpluglight.com. That's who I ordered from. I would honestly say I will never order from them again. I will give them a 1 out of 10 rating. And the 1 is only there because their lights are super nice and super bright, but everything else just isn't there. So to start off, bought it online. It said that there's gonna be a 5 to 7 day back order for all the blue lights, which is what I wanted, was a blue one. So I was like, cool, no big deal. 5 to 7 days before it ships, and then it'll ship, take 7 days, you know, so 2 weeks I should have it, no big deal. Waited about 3 weeks, still didn't even have the order fulfilled online, so I got in touch with them to ask them about that. Then they said, oh yeah, it's a 30-day back order. You should have known this, basically, because it said it on the website, which it didn't. On the website, it said 5 to 7 days. And when I was looking on the website at that very moment when they emailed me back, it didn't even say 30-day back order. It said in stock. So, you know, so basically waited, got it at about 37 days, got everything, but then when I opened everything up, it didn't have the adapter that I needed for my drain plug, which was like another 20 bucks that I paid for that they did not send. Reached out to them, telling them, hey, I don't have this. It was supposed to be in there and it's not. And they were like, well, yeah, sorry, it's not in there. And we don't have any more, so you'll have to wait 30 days for us to get more in stock to be able to send them to you. So yeah, another 30 days I'd have to wait for one adapter that should have been in the order but wasn't. And the worst part about it is that you have to wait another 30 days to get it. That's, I don't know. I don't like that. You let me know in the comments below. Like, am I overreacting? Because I don't like that. That's 2 months that you have to wait to put it in. So I said, screw it. I went and bought a 1/2-inch NPT drain plug. I went ahead, drilled all the holes for it, installed that, took the old one out. That's what you see at the beginning of the video, where I said the differences between the two. So that was the first issue that I had. That was the second issue I had, actually, was the stuff not being in it when I finally got it 37 days later. So then got everything wired up. I had a controller for it, a little wireless remote that does, has different modes and stuff for the light, has different temperatures for the light. And so wired all that stuff up the way they said, took it out on the water, and then about 10 minutes after using it, started smelling plastic burning, couldn't figure out what, popped open the back hatch, and that controller was just black. Like, that thing was catching on fire. If we never would have caught it, then it probably would have caught the boat on fire and it would have been good. Reached out to the company after that, and told them everything, and then they wanted to verify my wiring to make sure it was right. So we went over the wiring and how it was wired and everything else, and they're like, well, that's all right, so you shouldn't have had that problem. And I was like, well, I did have that problem, and you're telling me everything's wired the way that it's supposed to, and I did have that problem. And they pretty much just kind of left it at, well, that sucks, and that's it. They never said, hey, let us send you a new one, let us do this, or let us fix it. It might have been a bad one. Let's get you another one out to you. Anything. I mean, I don't get it. Like the business model of this company is just not there. It's just not there. It really isn't. And yeah, so that was my last problem that I had with them. So that's why I wired a switch to it, put a switch up to it, and now it's actually running flawlessly. But yeah, the only reason they'll get a 1 out of 10 is just because the light is nice. It's a very nice light. It's very stout. It's very well built. It's very bright, but everything else that goes into getting that light was just trash. And then all the other stuff that you buy from them, one of them I didn't get and I still haven't got it. The other one that I got from them, it burned up and almost caught the boat on fire. So that's just overall for the company there. I don't like them. I would never buy from them again. I would just rather spend the extra money, go somewhere else, with a company that actually has customer service, because this company just does not, and can actually get your stuff on a timely manner, or at least let you know, that you're just when you're gonna get it and when to expect it and stuff like that. So if you guys liked the video, go ahead and drop a like down on the video down below. That really helps out the channel. If you guys have any comments or questions or concerns, go ahead and drop a comment down below, or you can hit me up on all my social medias, which are going to be down in the description below. But hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something maybe, and I'll see you guys next time.